Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Rock Fabulous 40s, and I have a foundation review for you guys. I haven't done a foundation review in quite some time. This is a drugstore foundation. It can be found at Walmart, it can be found at Ulta, or it can be found online. And I am talking about the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel. This stuff right here. I like how it says Nude Skin Feel right there on that little patch right there. Anyway, I have included this in a haul. Now, I have been wearing this probably about 3 months now, and I have included this in a haul. I don't know that I've uploaded the haul yet, but I recorded the haul probably 2 weeks ago, and honestly, I haven't really had a chance to upload that yet because I've been crazy busy at work. I've had it for a little while before I even recorded the haul, so I've had this for quite some time. Well, alright. So let me tell you just a little bit about this foundation. So I am on the Ulta website right here, and this foundation is 1 fluid ounce, and it comes in 12 shades. So the shade range is not as inclusive as, like, say, some of those brands that have like 40 shade ranges out there. So this is not going to have the lightest of the light. It's not going to have the deepest of the deep. But the shade range isn't horrible. It's just not crazy huge, if you know what I mean. Alright, so Flower says, or Ulta says about Flower, I'm not exactly sure who writes the descriptions. If the descriptions actually come from the company or if it comes from Ulta. I bet it actually comes from the actual beauty company itself. Anyway, so the description says that Flower Beauty's Light Illusion Liquid Foundation is the perfecting veil of buildable coverage. Light Illusion is a breakthrough foundation that achieves the impossible. It provides you with the coverage you desire to smooth and perfect while imparting your skin with the most flattering soft luminosity imaginable. With all the weightless nude skin feel, imperfections and uneven skin tone are diminished. And then it says only a flawless and smooth and incredibly natural complexion is revealed. So I am wearing it today, and we're going to just kind of talk about the packaging a little bit. I like the packaging. It is a very heavyweight, very nice feeling glass bottle, and I like the packaging. I like how it's the white and the gold. To me, that looks very sleek, especially for drugstore. And I think I said it was 1 ounce for $13.99, right? So with it being drugstore, you can usually always, especially at Ulta, get them like buy one, get one half off. Ulta always does some sort of sale. You can always get coupons that you can use at Ulta. So, I mean, you can always find these less than $13.99 for the most part. However, back to the packaging. Glass bottle, sleek look, and pump. I do really appreciate foundations that come with a pump or that come in a squeezy tube. Those are actually my 2 favorite types of foundations to apply, are pumps and squeezy tubes. Most of all of my foundations that are my favorites, with the exception of just maybe a handful, are pumps and squeezy tubes. Alright, so the color that I am in is warm beige, or L4. That's the shade that I'm wearing today. And I'm just going to tell you guys right off the bat, I really enjoy this foundation, and there's not very many drugstore foundations out there that I can really honestly say that I truly enjoy. But this is definitely one of them. The other drugstore foundation I really truly enjoy is the Lorac Pro Glow foundation. That is a little bit of a lighter coverage than this. I would say this is kind of on the lighter to medium side. So like it's a medium coverage but on the lighter spectrum of that, but can be built up, I think, to a pretty decent medium coverage without it feeling too heavy on the skin. And right now, with the amount that I'm wearing, I don't even feel it on my skin at all. Now, if I bring my hands up and I touch my face, it does feel a little dewy. However, just sitting on my skin, I don't feel it. A lot of foundations, I can actually feel them on my skin, and sometimes it almost feels like wearing a mask, but this I don't. However, let me show you guys. It is not at all transfer proof, as you guys can see right there. And that very well could be because of the primers that I use. I use very hydrating and moisturizing primers. I'm not really big into the matte primers, but I guess if you were to use a matte primer, it would probably not feel quite as dewy and not be quite as transferring onto your phone. But let me show you guys something here. Okay, white paper towel. Let me press this up against my face. Get a good press here. I know this looks weird, doesn't it? Okay, nothing comes off on the paper towel. So in that aspect, I don't really have any issues with it smearing or rubbing off throughout the day. I really have some really good staying power with this stuff. It's lasted me throughout an entire workday. I can go a full 8-hour workday. I can go to the gym and I can work out. And by the time I get home, my foundation is not still completely there, but it is for the most part. You can still see it. It's not broken down everywhere. And in this parts that it has broken down a little bit, it doesn't look cakey and splotchy. It's just, it still looks like a very nice, even finish to the skin. It breaks down very naturally, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I never set this foundation with the powder because I don't wear powder all over my face. I do under my eyes, but not all over my face. So I never set this with the powder. When I have completed my makeup, I will go in with a setting spray. So typically what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of MAC Fix Plus and let that dry, and then go on top of that with some Urban Decay All Nighter or some other type of setting spray, because MAC Fix Plus really isn't a setting spray. So I find even without setting it with the powder, it does really well. Now for those of you ladies out there who might be a little more oily than I am, and just so you know, my skin is right now kind of, I want to say combination dry, which is why I'm really going for the hydrating primers these days. But for those of you who are not as dry as me, that might be a little oily, if you set this with the powder, I bet it will be just fine. I bet it will last on you. You don't need much, so this is probably going to last for quite some time. And I don't find it creeping into lines and wrinkles even when I don't set it. I don't find it creeping into the laugh lines or in these, what are these called here? The number 11s up here. I don't find it creeping into any of those lines or wrinkles. So I am really, really happy and really impressed with the Flower Beauty foundation. Now, I'm kind of new to the whole Flower Beauty thing. I mean, I had a Flower Beauty blush a couple of years ago that I did a review on, which was a very interesting blush. It was a powder that turned into a cream, which was really, really cool. And if I can find that video, I'll link it down below. So I'm kind of new to the flower thing, so that was really the only other flower thing I've had until this. And then I did pick up a couple of the flower lipsticks, which I am wearing this one in Autumn Rose today, and I really do enjoy. So again, I'm really liking this. Great staying power, affordable. It looks natural on the skin. I don't feel it. It is very lightweight. It does even out my complexion. You guys will notice you don't see a whole lot of my hyperpigmentation peeking through, and I'm not wearing a ton of concealer. So, I mean, it's a very nice foundation. It doesn't look cakey. It's not spotting up my pores. So, you know, overall, I think this is really nice, and I will get a lot of use out of this. So, yeah, great job, Flower Beauty. Now, I think probably come the summertime, I'll go back and I'll buy a darker shade because I have a pool, so I get dark in the summer. So I'll go back and buy a darker shade of this so I have it during the summer as well, because I really want to see how it's going to wear in the summertime when my skin is not so dry, when my skin is a little bit more on the normal to oilier side. That's hard to say, oilier. I want to see how well this is going to do, and I will update you guys once I figure that out. Alright guys, so that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Also guys, you can look me up on my social media, which is all under Rock Fabulous 40s. There is also a subscribe button under this video. It says subscribe, it's somewhere under me. And if you hit that, guys, you too can rock your fabulous 40s, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.